Hi Stampers, it's Elizabeth from StampScrapandMore.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Canada. Thank you for joining me today for another tutorial. This time we're going to be using the On the Horizon stamp set with dies and the beautiful designer series paper. This was a sketch challenge from, no, not a sketch challenge, a picture challenge from an event a few weekends ago. I'm going to show you the picture that we were challenged to recreate by making a card. And it was a little harder than I had anticipated, but this designer series paper just pulled it all together so easily. And it is a simple, easy card that can be created by anybody, I promise you. Let's get started. So that is the stamp set. The dies are, these are the coordinating dies for this stamp set. And I'm just going to take these two dies off. So in this card, we're going to be using this die and this die. So I'm just going to take those off now. Color we're going to be using is Night of Navy. Cardstock is going to be Night of Navy, and this time it is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We need a piece of basic white for the inside, and it is 4 by 5 1/4, and it'll get added in there. We need a strip of basic white that is 1/2 inch by, really doesn't have to be long, but I've cut it longer than necessary so I can trim off the edges, but it's for the sentiment. The sentiment is going to be simple, thinking of you. We need 2 pieces of cardstock, one that is Night of Navy, and that will be for the houses. You don't need it that big, but like 1 inch by 3 inches. I just happen to have a scrap. And then we also need a piece of Mossy Meadow that will be, I'm going to say 1 1/4 by 3 1/2 inches so that you get it the whole tree in there. Mind you, I'm not using the whole tree, so you really don't need the whole set of trees, so you don't need them all, but if you want, you can use all the trees. And then the designer series paper we're going to be using is from the pack, and it's just 4 by 5 1/4, and that is it. This paper is gorgeous. Let me quickly show you. Now, this may look misleading because I actually have 2 packs of paper here. I've got, let me just, there it is, the back. I've got 2 packs of paper in here that are, because I'm getting ready for a team challenge, a team event, and we're using this designer series paper, so I needed multiple packs of it. But it's gorgeous. I know, looking at it, folks, you're thinking, oh no, not for me. But there's one side. That's the paper we're going to be using today. It's actually upside down. That's one side. Like, there's a lot of horizon type pictures. Like that would be horizon type. And then the back side, and I'll tell you what the colors that are being used in here are. A lot of background paper, galactic paper, like paper. It's gorgeous. It is beautiful paper. It could be a field with fence, another horizon type paper, a field of flowers. So the colors that are in this paper are Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. It's gorgeous paper. Like I mentioned, a team event that I have coming up, there will be 3 creative, 3 cards that they'll be making. And we're using this whole bundle. So once that event is over, I will definitely do videos posting those creative, those cards that we will be making. But that will be quite a few weeks down the road. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you how easily this card comes together. So I'm going to take the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm going to bring it up here on my desk. plate 1, and I'm going to run these all through at the same time. So that is the Mossy Meadow, the trees, and this is going to be, let's see if I can do this. If I had cut the paper a little bit smaller, I might probably would have been able to do it. I like putting the dies on a bit of an angle going through the machine. I'm just cutting that down a little bit, and that way it can go through the machine on an angle. Okay, I'm going to put the plate on top. Oh, this moved a little bit. There we go. I had some customer recently purchased the mini, so I thought I would share it with you. Let me just get this all together, and there we go. I got to get stuff out of the way so I can run it through. There we go. Okay. Good thing with the mini is that it can go nicely on the corner of your desk. Of course, you can't put the big pieces in there. Okay. So now we have what I call the row of ice huts. That's what it looks like to me. I guess that might be a Canadian thing. I'm going to put that die away. And then the trees. I should have my brush. There we go. There's the trees. Put that away. Oh, and no toss. Okay, so here we go. Easy. I'm going to mount this directly onto the front of the card. And this paper is the focal point. Oh yeah, I meant to show you the picture that okay, so we were given, this is a picture challenge, and this is the picture that was posted, and we had to create a card based on this picture. So this is what I came up with. It's not an exact interpretation, but I just like the all the clouds up here. That's what I'm calling them, all the skylight, and so that's I see that, and that's what I got. So I'll throw that away. So picture challenges are harder than sketch challenges or color challenges, I think, anyhow. Oh, and here's the card. I don't think I showed it to you guys. Here's the card. See? Easy peasy. And before I put those on the outside, I'm going to mount this on the inside. And it's one of those cards you can do happy birthday, thinking of you. I'm leaving it thinking of you because that's one of the sentiments in the stamp set. Or you can do thanks for everything, or you can just do another card that I did for the challenge, uses for that event. That was the 3 challenges. So the last week's video with the red, yellow, blue, and black challenge, that was the first challenge. This was the 3rd challenge. The 2nd challenge was a sketch challenge. So I will post that video up. I'm not sure of the order of the videos that are coming out, but I've got a couple of videos that are coming out, but there will be another sketch challenge coming from the same event. That's long-winded. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of put this up here, but you know it's got to be popped up, right? And I've got some ends here that I'm going to be using. And I want to make sure I get on this tail end here, so it's going to be a case of creative cutting of the dimensionals so that you get it right on the tip. And I'm just going to cut a little tiny piece, a sliver. I want to make sure that there's something there to hold it. No, that was too much of a sliver. demonstrators or anybody that's a fan of dimensionals like to use up every edge of their dimensional. It's almost a challenge how much of the dimensionals they can use up. Pulling off all the sticky backs. Okay, so this one, I think, oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do this. I've mentioned it before. I can see the white, and because it's really small, I am going to take my, you know what, this is Misty Moonlight, it really doesn't matter. And I'm just going to color that in. It's a dark blue. I'm going to color it in so that when you're looking at the card, the edge of it, you're not going to see the white. In this case, I really could have, and I actually should have brought out my black dimensionals, because the black would have been close color to the blue, dark blue, and it would have done the job. But if you don't have the black dimensionals, just do that and color the edges of the dimensionals so they're not as noticeable. Okay, sorry. That was my interlude there. And I'm just going to lay that down so that it looks like it's on the horizon there. And then I'm going to do the similar thing, but this is going to get flush. And I don't want all the trees. I think on the original card, I just did the two smallest, but I think on this card, I might actually just snip it off. Can I snip this straight like that? You might want to use your trimmer for this. And it's going to get on the edge like that. And I want this flush, and I'm going to show you what I mean. I just wanted that dimension in the card, so this one's going to get popped up, and this one's going to be flush. So, ooh, look at this. My Tombow glue was ready to go. I'm just putting little dots of Tombow glue on there, like that. And I'm going to, the edge of the tree that I cut, I'm going to match it up to the edge of the Designer Series paper. And so it's kind of given it a depth of perception. You've got, this is in the background, this is in the foreground. We're almost done. Now I'm going to take my strip of basic white, my Night of Navy stamp pad, the Thinking of You, make sure it's up, right side up, and my head, I'm really sorry, folks. Oh, oh, I'm surprised, like it worked. Okay, and I'm just going to pop that up. And I'm going to trim down the edges like that. And I'm just going to fork it. So fork it manually. I'm going to go up the center. From the corner, I'm going to meet the center. From the other corner, whoops, I got adhesive on my scissors so I can't see the corner. And then I'm going to go on the right hand side, meet the center, like that. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Up the center. And now, there we go. Thinking of You. And of course, I'm going to pop that up. And you might see me do a little happy dance because I might be finishing off this sheet of dimensionals. Or there might be actually a couple left. So no, I won't do the happy dance just yet. But it's coming. Maybe the next card. Next card I make, I'll do the little happy dance. And that's when you finish off a sheet of dimensionals and you can throw it away and start a brand new sheet. And then just Thinking of You down on the bottom left hand side. Okay. Easy peasy, but isn't that paper gorgeous? And then just the inside, you can write your own sentiment. So thinking of you, I actually know who this is going to. So if you're watching, the card's coming your way. And I hope you like it. That is it. Oh, I forgot to tell you what the movie of the day is. The movie of the day is Pillow Talk, Rock Hudson and Doris Day. This is what I do when I'm stamping. So I have all of these on Apple TV. So I rotate through them. Some of my favorite movies: Elvis, Gidget, Rock Hudson, Doris Day. I love all those old movies. Take care. Have a good one. Happy stamping. And we'll talk to you again soon.